What's up guys, Magic Knives here, and today I'm bringing to you some Black Ops 4 knife only gameplay on my firing range. Good old classic. Now I accidentally set my class to no melee weapon, so I'm the first two kills I get are with punches. So with the exception of those two punches, I eventually switch back to using the combat knife once I die in a bit, but you know, other than that, it is still a melee or knife only gameplay, you know, to keep it fair. So anyways, hope you enjoyed that in the background. Go pretty beast in this, and unfortunately I just still have not unlocked the ballistic knife as of now. I haven't been playing Black Ops 4 as of late because, you know, it's just really not piquing my interest right now. Hopefully though, whenever the beta comes out for Modern Warfare, the new Modern Warfare, I will definitely be jumping back into the action for Call of Duty and stuff. So otherwise, you're probably gonna see some more Star Wars Battlefront 2 gameplay, and I'm gonna keep going forward with the Spider-Man walkthrough and hopefully finishing off soon by next month. So obviously I'm like super late with that, but either way, I don't really care as long as you guys are enjoying yourselves watching it and all. So yeah, so that's some little updates for you. But I wanted to briefly talk to you guys about the crazy fishing experience I had as of late. So if you don't know, I'm very much into fishing. It's one of my all-time favorite pastimes and hobbies to do ever since I was a kid, when my dad took me for the first time. And like, I still remember like the first big fish I caught, I was like 6 or 7 or maybe 8 actually, but it was super huge. It was a largemouth bass. The only thing is I don't remember how big it actually was, like the measurements, so to speak. It was probably close to around 2 pounds and maybe like 15 or so, 14 or 15 feet, you know, more or less. But either way, I recently was on the weekend, decided to go out fishing with a friend, and it was actually a really amazing day because normally one good sized fish in a day is considered good in Ontario. But you know, I got one 11-inch sized largemouth bass, and then about an hour later I got another 11-inch largemouth bass. So 2 largemouth bass in one day, which is kind of rare. Even for me. So it was a really great day. So you know, it's already like one of the best days of my summer so far, to be honest. But eventually the next day I just decided to go by myself. You know, I decided to pick up some new fishing gear, and I just decided to experiment a little bit. And so I go back to my local spot that I go fishing at now, and I think about an hour in or something, you know, I switch back between using lures or like plastic worms to live bait, which are like real worms, you know. So because unfortunately for me, I'm still struggling to actually get a fish on with a plastic worm or whatnot. I mean, I have in the past, but it's really hard for me to find the fish or just get a fish to bite using plastic worms. So most of the time, especially now when I've caught big fish, it was using live worms. So but anyways, an hour in, I decided to switch back to using live worms again, and like all of a sudden, just like I get this huge bite on my line, and I'm kind of half shocked and excited, but like confused at the same time, because it's like literally the rod and my reel just start like going under a lot of tension, and it's like going crazy, and I'm like thinking to myself, did I just like hook up a beaver or something? Cause like, you know, but either way, I had to like loosen a bit of my drag or whatever, and so eventually like I had to pull this thing onto shore, and there's a lot of weeds unfortunately, so the weeds actually cover up whatever was like hooked on my line, but thankfully I had a net, and the weeds kind of just tangled up the whole thing, so thankfully I was able to drag this thing onto shore, and once I cleared all the weeds I could see the largemouth bass scales and all of that, and lo and behold, after I removed all the weeds, grabbed the fish and unhooked it, it was literally the biggest fish I have ever seen in a long time, and I was in a lot of shock, let me tell you. And I got the measurement tape out, and lo and behold, 16 inches. It was insane. I'm gonna put a picture up now for you guys to see what I'm talking about. But man, it was 16 inches. No, apparently, like most adult largemouth bass can get up to about 18 inches at once they're like reach full adulthood. But like apparently the world record is like 24 inches, which is pretty crazy. But the fact is 16 inches, and it ended up weighing about 2 pounds. We couldn't get a complete accurate reading because we didn't have like a proper like weight scale for fish. But either way, it was like super. It was just super awesome, man. So, and it wouldn't even fit into my bucket, which was like only about 12 inches, you know, so it was kind of cramped in my bucket. But yeah, new personal record from largemouth bass, 16 inches, pretty freaking amazing. So if you're into fishing, let me know what's the biggest fish you've ever caught. But I hope you enjoyed the commentary, and hope to see you guys in my future videos as well. Peace out, guys.